You know, WordPress is an absolute giant online, but there's this one critical piece of the puzzle that so many people get wrong. It's not your theme, it's not even your amazing content. It all comes down to the foundation. Yep, we're talking about your hosting.
Seriously, just wrap your head around this number. Over 43%. That means pretty much half the websites you visit every day are powered by WordPress. It's kind of mind-blowing, right? And it means that a huge slice of our digital world relies on good, solid hosting just to function.
And chances are, your website is part of that club. So let's get real for a second. Is the very thing your site is built on, your hosting, actually the one thing that's holding you back?
This is where we hit our first major hurdle, what I like to call the WordPress speed problem. Look, you could have the most gorgeous, well-written website in the world, but if it takes forever to load, what's the point? People are just going to click away before they even see your masterpiece.
So, does speed really matter that much? Oh, you better believe it. We're talking about a situation where even a 1-second delay can tank your conversion rates. This isn't just annoying for your visitors, it's money walking right out the door. People today have zero patience for a slow site. It's as simple as that.
And it gets worse. Think about Google. They want to show people the best, fastest websites, right? So page speed is a huge factor in their search rankings. A slow site doesn't just annoy the people who are already there, it actively prevents new people from ever finding you.
At the end of the day, it's all about the user experience. A slow website is a frustrating website. And frustrated visitors, they leave. They hit the back button and they probably never come back. That's what we call a high bounce rate, and it's basically a giant red flag that says, hey, my hosting isn't cutting it.
Okay, so what's the fix? Well, the answer isn't just get faster hosting. It's about getting smarter hosting, a solution built from the ground up just for WordPress. And that, my friends, is where managed WordPress hosting enters the scene.
The magic word here is optimized. We're not talking about some generic cookie-cutter hosting plan. No way. Managed hosting is a white-glove service. Every little thing, the servers, the security, even the people you talk to on support, is fine-tuned to make WordPress sing.
But what does optimized really mean for you, day to day? Well, it's a whole lot more than just a place to park your files. You're getting servers built for pure speed. You get automatic updates and daily backups, so you never have to worry. You get rock-solid security, and maybe best of all, you get expert support from people who actually live and breathe WordPress.
All right, so maybe you're thinking, okay, I'm sold on managed hosting. But now comes the hard part. Which one do you pick? There are a ton of options out there, so let's break down the heavy hitters for 2025 and see what makes each one special.
First in the ring is Kinsta. Think of Kinsta as the premium pro of the hosting world. These guys are for people who want the absolute best, no compromises. Their secret sauce? They run their entire show on the Google Cloud platform, using some of the fastest infrastructure on the planet.
So who's this for? Mostly agencies and bigger businesses. And yeah, that starting price isn't for the faint of heart, but you're paying for top-tier hardware, Google's C2 machines. To put it simply, these are computing beasts. If you're running a serious e-commerce store or a high-traffic site, that power means your pages load in the blink of an eye.
All right, next we have Cloudways. I like to call this one the developer's playground. If Kinsta is like a luxury self-driving car, Cloudways is like a high-performance stick shift that lets you get under the hood and tweak everything yourself. It's all about control and flexibility.
The really cool thing about Cloudways is its flexibility. You're not locked into one provider. You get to choose your cloud infrastructure, whether it's AWS, Google Cloud, or something else. It lets you build the perfect setup for your project, and the starting price is incredibly reasonable for that level of power.
But hey, what if you want that incredible speed without the premium price tag? Well, that's where A2 Hosting comes into the picture. They've basically built their entire brand around one thing, delivering insane speed on a budget.
Their big selling point is their turbo servers. They claim these can make your site up to 20 times faster than the competition. And when you look at that starting price, I mean, come on, it's an absolute steal for the kind of performance they're promising.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit. Our next contender, Flywheel, is built for a very specific audience. This one is all about the creatives, the designers, the agencies, the freelancers who are constantly building sites for other people. And with Flywheel, it's not just about the speed. What makes them really special are all the tools they've built to make an agency's life easier. We're talking stuff like simplified client billing, collaboration tools, things that streamline the whole process. It's a total game changer for anyone managing multiple client sites.
And finally, we have a name you've almost certainly heard of, Bluehost. These guys are an absolute giant in the hosting space. They're known for being simple, reliable, and super easy to get started with, which makes them a go-to for beginners.
Here's the big thing with Bluehost. They are one of the few hosts officially recommended by WordPress.org itself. That's a massive seal of approval. It tells you they're a solid, dependable choice if you're a small business or just starting out and you just need something that, well, works.
Phew, okay, that was a lot. We've looked at the pros, the customizers, the budget speeders, and more. But now for the million-dollar question. How do you choose the right host for your website?
Let's break it down into a simple checklist. First, performance. You want things like SSD storage? Think of it as a jet engine for your data, and a CDN to make your site fast for everyone, everywhere. Second, uptime. Your site needs to be online, period. Don't settle for anything less than 99.9%. Third, can it grow with you? You need scalability. Fourth, security. Non-negotiable. Look for firewalls and malware scanning. Fifth, support. Trust me, when something goes wrong at 3 a.m., you want 24/7 expert help. And finally, of course, budget. It's about finding the best value, not just the lowest price.
So once you've got that solid hosting foundation in place, you're in a great spot. But a great website is really just the start, isn't it? In our mobile-obsessed world, we need to think bigger. We need to think beyond the browser.
I mean, think about it. Where is most web traffic coming from these days? Mobile phones. A fast website is table stakes, but to really win, you have to meet your users on their turf. And that's where a mobile app can be an absolute game changer for building a real, loyal community around your brand.
So let's bring it all home. Your hosting isn't just a technical detail. It's the foundation for everything you do online. It dictates your speed, your SEO, your user experience, everything. So the question I want to leave you with is this: what kind of foundation are you building on? And more importantly, what amazing things are you going to build next?